This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Streaming now on Peacock. Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are back.
That's hot. Loves it.
For a show-stopping reunion that will prove putting on an opera is anything but simple.
We're really good at this.
One thing's for sure, they won't be upstaged.
Good to have you back. Come on, we've got a show to do.
Paris and Nicole, The Encore, a 3-part reunion special. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Come to me.
Focus Features invites you to succumb to the darkness.
Nosferatu.
From director Robert Eggers comes a masterpiece of horror.
He is coming. This creature is a force more powerful than evil. It is death itself.
Nosferatu. Rated R. Under 17 nanometer without parent. Only in theaters Christmas Day. Special engagements in Dolby and IMAX.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Well, Zach, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you guys as well. When is this?
It's close to Christmas.
Is it Hanukkah?
Kwanzaa.
Oh.
But much like this movie, I'm not sure how close to Christmas we are.
The timeline in this movie is not well defined.
It is fucked up.
I thought it'd been like 3 days, and all of a sudden, we're at the wedding.
I've never felt more lost in a 90-minute movie.
I've seen this before, and I was lost.
Not a single date, time,
Oh, I thought you were going to say ass.
reference,
To be found.
Chiron, nothing like that.
I was surprised by the number of ass-off performances.
Oh,
Did not expect to see that coming.
Let me just put this out there, right? Because I know we have a predominantly male audience.
what?
Yeah, I know, it's shocking. And a lot of people be like, Hallmark Christmas movie? No, that's women. So I'm telling you,
That's nurse work.
these movies, for what they are, really well done.
The first thing I thought about was the exterior shot of Emerson Foods, which is a regular office park, and then the worst Photoshop job ever.
Well, Golden Dumpster. I loved the entire Emerson Foods headquarters. I loved everything about it.
All 2 sets of sceneries they were allowed to have in there.
Shot the same apartment in Burbank that they shot Money Plane.
I could not imagine spending 3 hours on something that I didn't like after 10 minutes. You don't like it. You are a weird individual to keep watching. What are you, nuts? You dedicated a week of your life to dislike something? Get a hobby, knit something, go for a walk.
Previously on Cinephobe.
How am I supposed to go back to the me before all of this pain?
Excuse me? We're new in town and we've never had sex before. Would you give us a hand?
I would have rather seen his cock.
Away, Bobby! This episode in this movie exists.
You bet your sweet ass I saw a lawnmower man.
Oh, Teddy.
I'll call some guys from my neck of the woods. We're not talking, Brooke, about a couple of queens who know a few grapples. We're talking about Polacks that don't have a goddamn future.
You have a stupid heart and a stupid brain.
Regular eyes. next time.
You think I'm a coward? You're wrong. I'm not a coward. You're the coward. I'm not a coward.
I love cocaine. I do it all the time.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean like homosexual. I mean like...
I got nukes shooting out of my dick right now. I've got so many nukes.
Dick Nukem.
I mean, look at this buffet of ass.
Mouth to dildo, dildo to ass to ass. High branch, anal beads.
I'm the goddamn talent, Maze.
Look, Gene, I've never told anyone this before.
My head!
But I can suck my own dick. And I do it a lot.
1038. This movie is shit.
You don't know shit.
Holy shit, bro. I had the same note, too.
I swear to God, both of you guys are the biggest fucking liars in the world.
Howdy.
You should have saved this for the train.
All right, au revoir, Lubin. Lisa, solid?
Oh, Amin, why don't you just be like a regular person and dream about regular threesomes? Like clones.
Give me some soul kisses, baby.
Hey, beautiful. Oh,
dang.
Oh,
My nose.
I can't indulge this comparison to a person that Amin may or may not know in a movie that has nothing to do with this podcast.
That's some 20th century shit, bitch.
We will tangle ass,
Say hi to your mother for me.
and you will lose.
What's the end game? Okay, now everyone's dead.
what is fucking Spence from Ballers? Who cares what the end game is?
I am wrath.
McCavity!
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Al-Hassan. That's Anthony Mays. If you're not listening to us on Spotify, I'm taking your company from you. I'm taking your business. I'm leaving you loveless.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for the movie The Number 23, 71.6% phobe, 28.4% file.
Whoa!
No fans of fingerling, I guess.
Oh, we had a lot of conflicting responses in the comments. Some people agreed with Zach. It wasn't a good movie for the show. Some people said it was a good movie for the show, but not a good movie. All over the place. But Benjamin
Netanyahu
said Louis Pinnock Accent Award goes to Jim Carrey meowing at the dog.
Oh. You know what? Update the sheet.
We didn't have one for that episode, so that was the submission. They submitted it.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu.
Nope, not his name.
Also, Maze Blue. Did anyone notice episode 244, 2 times 4 equals 8, 8 times 4 equals 32. 32, flip it around.
Holy shit.
23.
It goes all the way to the top.
BR Jankowski 145 says, as I was listening, I went to turn the volume up a couple notches in my work van. Without trying to set the volume to 23, happened to look at the time just after 1:23. At about 23 minutes in, I realized I had asked myself the same question 23 times. Why would Amin pick this fucking movie?
Thanks, Robin from fucking The Rehearsal.
DJ MC Pro says, dude, I'm grabbing some za before I head to the crib. The lady at the counter yells out, Preston? I just busted out laughing. The amount of random things from the Cinephobe lexicon that appear in everyday life is astonishing.
That's one of those names that you can't hear anymore.
Dan today on the show was hyping up this charity. And he says, in this day and age, people have gotten more selfish. He's like, we're takers. And me and Roy just lost it.
We're takers, gents. That's what we do for a living. Take.
How can you guys defend that movie?
Dude, we rewatched it, and I thought for sure on the rewatch you would come along on that.
When you dig in your heels, you really dig them in, man.
It's a bad movie.
Maze, would you agree with me that this movie feels like it has all the makings of a Zach file?
No, it has Hayden Christensen and Chris Brown. What do you mean?
It's a Predator dap of awesomeness.
Yeah.
What's the problem? I mean, you and I both have ample blocks, right? Blocking the sweeps. We have over 20, both of us do.
Mm-hmm.
Zach's 7 sweep blocks are a very strange list. Land of the Lost, Jade, Ballistic X vs. Sever, Takers, Blade Trinity, Predator 2, and Street Kings.
Dude, those are all great movies.
No!
You will not be moved.
Is this the cold open?
No, we're in.
This is the episode.
This is the extended open.
Shit. Where are we?
All right. Leave us a review. Leave us a comment. Make sure you're checking out CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media. or in the Discord by subscribing to patreon.com/countthedings. Get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, rewatching live events, early episodes, access and discounts on live show tickets, our Discord access, and all of the extra content across the entire Count the Dings network. Also, if you have a submission, submit it. Reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Recently, Amin had us get totally naked so we could be vengefully arrested by law-abiding citizen. Then we started a new and improved daisy chain.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
I used prison to keep us staying cheeked up with the French Foreign Legion in Lionheart.
No.
Maze used Scotland to link us to ope our way through surviving 24 hours with the pest. Amin used $50,000 to link us to letting the prisoners know that was ridiculous and way out of line with dirty work. I had to snort revenge to get coked up enough to rappel down Devil's Cauldron to find the bonsai plutonium tree that is Karate Kid 3. Maze used Vietnam vets to jungle cat towards a man roaring into the heavens with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Amin used Bourbon Street to hitchhike from seedy motel to seedy motel, looking to smash a major in an X-major way with Jack Reacher Never Go Back. I used fingerprints to have us box out Coca-Cola vending machines in the Roman Coliseum with Double Team.
Fingerprints or fingerling?
Maze used driving through a river to put the town on alert while avoiding sex with the mayor during Dante's Peak. Amin used 1997 volcano movies to help us throw a man 5 inches beyond flowing lava as we melted away with Volcano. I used the city of Los Angeles to throw the daisy chain through countless windows for the Glimmerman. Maze used Endless Rain to pull out a Penthouse magazine to jacket as suspect number 1 in everybody's death during Final Destination. Amin used numerology, not just on social media, to have us obsessed that our wife's good male friend plowed her 23 times in our dreams with the number 23. Maze swapped pics with me to bring Robin to the diddling empire that is Wayne Manor for Batman Forever. I used someone holding onto your hand to save you from falling to your death below to gaslight the fuck out of the worst family we've seen since MVP Most Valuable Primate to give us the good son. Amin used undiagnosed childhood psychosis to throw brick after brick after brick at us to break out of the diddling empire that is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Now it's my turn, and I'm using Christmas movies to bring us the 2016 comedy romance Married by Christmas.
No Wikipedia for this movie.
Really?
I put Christmas. I feel good about that.
I feel like it's a holiday rom-com.
You could say Christmas rom-com.
I thought there had to be calm for it to be a rom-com.
Well, there has to be rom as well.
Touché.
We've already laughed at the sign on the office building, so.
That's true.
No trivia either, so.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
One trivia.
Married by Christmas. Stars? Jess McCallan, Kobe Ryan McLaughlin, and April Bowlby. Jess has been in Ocean's 7-Eleven, Identity Crisis.
With Snacky?
Is that Snacky's heist movie?
It's him, the unhoused gentleman.
We might need to daisy chain into that. I don't know what that is.
Brad Pitt's there eating 7-Eleven hot dogs off the roller.
He's also in an episode of Shameless, 2 episodes of Justified, and 52 episodes of Mistresses, and 72 episodes of DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
Can I point out right now that whenever we talk about the unhoused gentleman with Snacky, I don't know how you guys visualize it, but when I do, it's always Norm.
Oh, okay.
Every time Snacky's like sharing the cigarettes or go to a guy bumming up, it's always Norm in my mind.
For some reason, I picture Will Forte haggard with a beard and long hair and dirty clothes. I don't know why, but it's Will Forte to me.
I like to picture my unhoused gentleman wearing a tuxedo t-shirt.
Same note. Dude, I was Googling the exact quote.
Kobe Ryan McLaughlin was in 2 episodes of Bones, 2 episodes of 2.5 Men, and 98 episodes of General Hospital.
Also something called Bound by Blackmail.
Oh, wait. Spell that for me?
Pierre.
Colby. Wait.
No, Bowlby.
No, Bowlby is a repeat offender for Slam and Salmon.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
She was in 2.5 Men, How I Met Your Mother, Doom Patrol.
James Eckhouse, repeat offender for Cocktail. He was in 90210, Junior, and Big. Lee Garlington, repeat offender for Cobra, Carbon Copy, and Dante's Peak.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Also, was in the pilot for Seinfeld.
Really?
She was the waitress. She was going to be like a character.
Oh.
And they wrote her out very quickly.
Ryan Caltagirone from 3 episodes of Shrinking. That's all I got for the cast.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Adam Sen from a BET show about a basketball dance team called Hit the Floor?
I'm listening.
Were there black people in this?
No.
There is the mention of Chocolate Love, which we'll get to.
Hello.
Or Lauren Pritchard from 12 episodes of Mad TV.
Married by Christmas was directed by Leisha Clouston.
Yeah, it looks like Letitia without the second T.
Latia?
Very confusing. Leisha has directed In the Dark, 3 Times a Charm, A Dog Walker's Christmas Tale, Accidentally Engaged, The Sixth Friend, and The Midwife's Deception.
A Christmas for the Books.
2 writing credits on this one. Ali Spuck wrote Deadly Detention, Back of the Net, Wedding Cake Dreams, Baking Spirits Bright, Baked with a Kiss, and Scouting for Christmas.
So I see that there's a theme going on here.
Scouting for Christmas is
not about
Amin
jacking off. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Look, man.
Ho, ho, ho.
AC Tabanu is her writing partner.
Yep.
Wrote all the same stuff. Synopsis for Married by Christmas. A high-level executive must find herself a husband before Christmas in order to inherit a fortune.
The highest level executive.
And is it a fortune? I don't know.
Got a fucking jet, apparently.
Dude.
Which blew my mind.
Yep.
You introduced that an hour into the movie?
Uh-huh.
They better not ever go public.
Never.
Because the discovery part.
Tank this company.
Rampant embezzling.
Tagline, this holiday, it's a race to the altar.
No, it's not.
I mean, kind of.
No.
I've got no budget. It didn't gross anything because it's a Hallmark movie. Yeah.
No clue.
And also had no budget.
Before we jump to this movie, you listen to the rest of this podcast, Married by Christmas, available on Peacock. You're welcome.
It's everywhere.
Hallmark movies are really everywhere.
Tubi, Freevee.
Married by Christmas receives no reviews from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, but 30% from the audience on fewer than 50 ratings.
That is officially the lowest number of audience ratings. We always get the plus.
Yeah.
We've never had the fewer than.
That's incredible.
First time.
Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
I'm a martini glass half full kind of guy. Give me the positives. 4 of them at least.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Blank user, 3 out of 5 stars. Good watch. Could watch again. And can recommend. It's great to see April Browlby, they spell it, on the screen. Crazy Meg from How I Met Your Mother. And Jess McCallan is excellent, carrying the movie. There is plenty of humor and romantic tension leading to contentious drama, but it is a little bland. I think the production intended on the hook of, quote, she's got to get married by Christmas to land, but it's not exactly reflected in the movie as the main plot point, nor an actual character goal. The movie has some fun in it, though, so it might be a decent curl up with someone and give it a go night.
Like Gay Paul.
Spoiler alert. Supercharge that.
Is that who Mike Tyson boxed?
No wonder he kept sticking his tongue out.
Blank user, 5 out of 5. I'm making a review on this because I'm shocked to see how low the rating was for this. It's a Hallmark movie, people. What are you expecting?
Yeah.
But frankly, it's one of the better ones.
Oh.
It was cute, had funny moments. The acting was better than most of them. Personally, I don't want to see a drama/deep romance movie.
No.
I like a fun, lighter Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And if that's what you're looking for, I recommend it.
One of the better ones.
Well, what are they talking about there? Blank user, 5 out of 5. Cute and funny. Perfect to snuggle up during the holidays and watch.
With Gay Paul.
A lot of snuggling, huh?
And then blank user, 3.5 out of 5. Cute movie. It's generally what you expect, though slightly goes another way. Negative reviews.
Goes another way like Gay Paul.
Yep.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
User Dark S, half star out of 5.
Do the voice.
Oh. So many disconnects, little chemistry between the stars until the end. Writing and casting left much to be desired. Finally, left you hanging at the end. Better ways to spend an hour and a half. User Eric S, 1 out of 5. I usually like Hallmarky movies, but I just could not root for the main character. I get it's supposed to be funny, but she was just not likable. Would have been better if she softened up around mid-movie and we had a little character shift before the final 5 minutes of the movie. Very rushed ending.
Who wrote that review? Was it the grandmother?
Oh.
Blank user, half star out of 5. This movie's ending was awful. The narcissistic sister and her jerky fiance won in the end. It was a train wreck that was full of hideous personalities, and the only decent person lost everything. Who lost anything?
Gay Paul.
You're going to say Gay Paul a lot.
Wait till the notes.
Oh boy. And then blank user, 1.5 out of 5. A typical rom-com plot is set up, but is resolved horribly. The sister and her fiance, who are intolerable characters, have no arc and get their way. The main character, however, has an arc that comes from nowhere. Sure, she's represented as being too invested in her work, but this wasn't focused on nearly enough to lead into the central arc of the movie, carrying the central perspective. Considering the main character is represented positively regarding her belief that she should own the company and vice versa with her sister and the fiance, it is completely unjustifiable that Carrie learns something from the situation, and the selfishness and unreasonableness of her sister and the fiance are not addressed. The cinematography is mediocre, and there are moments of pure cringe sparkled throughout.
Sparkled.
There were some funny bits, but nothing memorable. Most of the characters had nothing creative or distinguishing about them and added nothing to the film's messages. The charm of the main character and love interest and the occasional comedic relief of side characters were the only redeemable inclusions. The safe bet rom-com conventions this film kept it together and prevented it from being a painful watch. But yes, it's bad, and it's got nothing that makes it worth watching.
That's more thought than they put into this movie.
It's more writing than the dialogue had. We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages, unless you are subscribed to that Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings, in which you will get an ad-free episode right now. You don't have to fast forward or anything because it's just us going into our first notes.
Hello, listener. It's your favorite Butcher Turn podcast producer, Maze, here to talk to you about ButcherBox. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the holiday season, which means you've got Thanksgivings, Friendsgivings, Christmas dinners, potlucks. You've got family in town for the holidays. And that means more trips to the grocery store, more food in the house, more snacks. Well, if you've got ButcherBox, it'll bring you peace of mind, knowing that you have high-quality meat and seafood you can trust, delivered right to your doorstep, free shipping always. Keep that fridge and freezer full with a variety of high-quality cuts at an amazing value. So spend more time with your friends and family this holiday season and less time jostling for position at the butcher counter at the grocery store, thanks to ButcherBox. Sign up at butcherbox.com/dings and get our special deal. New users that sign up for ButcherBox will receive 2 pounds of grass-fed ground beef in every box for the lifetime of their subscription. That's for life. Plus $20 off your first box when you use code DINGS at checkout. That's butcherbox.com/dings, DINGS, and use code DINGS at checkout.
Hey, listener, can you name every single subscription you have? I know I couldn't name all of mine before I got Rocket Money. And I'm not alone. You're not alone. Just learned that over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. But with Rocket Money, you don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because you can see them all laid out right in front of you. I got the app. I signed up. It's legitimately great. I seriously had like 5 subscriptions I did not know were still ongoing. And they make it super easy to cancel them. Canceled all those ones I didn't need. It also helps you track what's coming in, what's coming out, what you typically do. They will remind you, hey, you got a big bill coming up. That car payment coming up next week. Make sure you're prepared for it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. It actually let me know. They said, hey, we think you're paying too much for car insurance. I said, I agree. It's ridiculous out here. I don't even get in wrecks. I don't get tickets. It's fantastic. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subs by going to rocketmoney.com/dings. That's DINGS. That's rocketmoney.com/dings. rocketmoney.com/dings.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest-lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
This is an ad from BetterHelp. This holiday season, do something for a special person in your life. You. Give yourself the gift of better mental health. BetterHelp Online Therapy connects you with a qualified therapist via phone, video, or live chat. It's convenient and affordable and can be done from the comfort of your own home. Having someone to talk to is truly a gift, especially during the holidays. Visit BetterHelp.com to learn more and save 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com.
Amin, what is your first note?
Is this movie Married by Christmas as in I have to be married in time for Christmas? Or is it Married by Christmas as in Christmas is officiating my wedding?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Maybe Deontay Christmas.
What if I give you the alternate title, The Engagement Clause? Does that clean it up for you?
I love that title.
I thought it was a better title.
It's a better title for sure.
The Engagement Clause is definitely a better title.
If only there was a Wikipedia page so I could tell which came first.
Not Paul.
I wonder if that was too misleading though, but Santa Claus isn't in it.
Maze, what's your first note?
Fancy Pants Films?
My first note, I've watched dozens of Hallmark Christmas movies over the years and watched this one during the pandemic Christmas season in 2020. I vaguely remember what happens in this movie, so I'm excited to watch again.
Who are these people, by the way? I'm looking at the opening credits. I don't recognize any of these names.
Then I said, a Fancy Pants Films production. I know this credit already lost me Amin and probably Maze too. It might have lost me as well. It's a dumb fucking name.
But you don't like Fancy Pants?
Some idiot, some cackling hen absolutely put that together. Let's call it Fancy Pants Film Productions. Let's call it that.
I don't like where Zach is going with this.
Let's have that. That is an I work in an office level of naming something.
Zach, were you the grandfather in this movie?
I mean, look.
Held certain beliefs.
That grandma's got some ideas.
That was the point where I wanted to ask you guys, wait, are Hallmark movies conservative, right-wing, Christian value type movies?
Some are. But no, there's some that are very progressive.
Well, this one, Gay Paul.
Oh, the Christmas ornaments on this CGI tree.
Yeah, this is bad graphics, guys.
It's just the credits.
Not even slightly realistic looking.
Chef's kiss.
Alarm goes off and Carrie Tate doesn't want to get out of bed. Crazy sunny. No blinds on this window.
Would you live in a house like this?
No.
Does she live in Barbie's dream house?
It's so exposed. There's no privacy. Plus, if you don't keep it immaculate, it's going to look like shit. I would never live there, but I would love to regularly have sex with a broad who lived there. So there's that.
With a broad who lived there?
Yeah, I go over, do the do, and then I leave.
Do the do?
Yeah. Remember those commercials?
I don't remember them involving
having sex with a broad.
A public
in a house where it's all exposed.
Exhibition of.
Maybe it was regional.
Is she immune to sunlight?
Yeah.
No curtains, no blinds.
I sleep like that.
There's no way.
She'd be awake for at least 2 hours since the sun came up.
It's not direct sunlight that's hitting her. It's just daylight.
It's bright, man.
Bright as fuck. That's just human nature.
If you put blinds on, I will never wake up.
Yeah, that's the point.
My body will think it's still nighttime and I'll never wake up.
That's the point.
I got to get up in the morning. I have things to do.
Name one.
I got to get the girl out of the bed.
Name two.
Got to get the guy out of the bed.
Christmas music is already playing.
Everybody sees her get banged out whenever she brings someone home.
Don't worry, she never brings anybody home.
No curtains or blinds in the living room either.
I was a lot more uncomfortable about that.
Music by Panchos Burgos.
Same note. 2, Makeup by Michelle Miguel.
Michelle Miguel? These are witness protection names.
Pancho Burgos, he killed it. He nailed the soundtrack for this movie.
If you told me there's a new Mexican food place in the valley called Panchos Burgos, I would be there in an hour.
What's the signature dish?
Smash Burgos.
Oddly enough, yeah, the Burgo.
The Burgo. What's the logo look like?
Oh, she's dressed. She has her stuff. She parks and reserves spot for herself at Emerson Foods.
Caroline Tate.
What the fuck is this office?
Still life photos of food items all over the walls.
What?
How do we show what they do? Let's take a bunch of still lifes in a studio of oranges, broccoli, apples, all of our products.
I love it.
Extremely peppy assistant, walk and talks position.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I need you to supercharge this.
Oh, no. Already?
Just waiting to happen.
Oh, Zach.
I mean, I cannot stand her. What?
She comes close, by the way, at one point.
Close the whole movie. Every scene she's in, and you can see it's about to happen.
The specific scene where Carrie tells her to mind your business.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's about to snap.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I thought it was going to be a workplace shooting.
No.
I thought she was going to Columbine the whole Emerson office.
She was my ass off.
What?
No.
What?
I'm stunned by this.
Your 2 o'clock's moved to 5:30, so I canceled cocktails with Will Ambrose. 4 a.m. conference call with New York in the morning.
Why is New York having a 7 a.m. conference call?
There's no way.
With someone on the West Coast.
She's handing over signed documents as she receives more documents to sign. That Caroline Tate, a real go-getter. Businesswoman on the go.
Carrie Tate? Is that like Terry Tate, office linebacker?
You think they're related?
That office looks like that.
It does actually. It is very similar.
You know you need a cover sheet on your TPS reports, Richard. That ain't new, baby.
Hey, Terry.
Hey, Janice.
They're in food distribution. Oh, that's why they have food all over the walls. Got it.
What does that mean?
They move food around.
Oh, okay.
From here to there.
All right.
From there to here.
Which one makes for a better PC corporate holiday card? And I said, PC? I legit have not heard it since before 9/11. The term PC.
No.
I'm with Amin on this.
We're in the mid 2010s. This was a thing.
PC was not a thing in 2016.
It was woke at that point.
Yep.
So South Park had a character named PC Principal that they introduced in September 2015. I think this was right in the era. It was a relaunch.
I don't know, man.
Of the PC wave.
Shouldn't there be a picture of food? I don't make the cards. I just sign your name to them. She's too busy to sign cards, guys. She picks goose because you can eat that, right? Yeah, if you live in a Dickens novel.
Maze, clip it, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
My note, for the first time ever, I will ask you to clip something from Hot Rod.
Menage.
A cooked goose for everyone.
It's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yes, a cooked goose.
Carrie lets her know to write up a memo. They're closing up shop early on Thanksgiving Eve tomorrow. Okay, we know it's Thanksgiving Eve. Does that privilege extend to your humble assistant? This woman, I'm telling you.
Is Thanksgiving Eve a thing?
If you're going home for Thanksgiving, especially like if you're in college and you're going home for Thanksgiving.
I've never heard anybody say Thanksgiving Eve.
I'm going home on Wednesday. We're going out Wednesday night.
Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's probably just day before Thanksgiving, night before Thanksgiving.
Hallows Eve is Halloween.
Oh, don't get me started on Hallows Eve, okay? I fucking hate that.
I won't.
Maze, do me a favor. Do not get me started on that.
I won't.
I feel like you're trying to get me started on it. I'm asking you not to.
It sounds like he wants to get started.
Oh.
I'm asking you not to.
Maybe someday it'll get started.
Have you guys ever had turducken?
No.
Let's get turducken.
Let's get turducken.
No, I just remember John Madden yelling at me about it for years and years and years.
I've never seen, I don't even know what it looks like.
I don't know what you mean about what it looks like. It's a bird stuffed in a bird stuffed in a bird.
It just looked like a turkey, but then you start taking birds out of it, right?
I know what it is. I've never seen one is what I'm saying.
Maybe you have, and it was just so stuffed up that turkey's ass that you didn't know there was stuff in there.
Is it up its ass?
Well, where else would you stuff it?
Down its throat.
My mom hates John Madden so much.
Really? Really?
She would walk in the room while my dad and I are watching football, hear him talking, and she's like, oh, for fuck's sake. She really could not stand his voice.
Wow.
Bothered her so much.
This scene continues to deliver.
Hello, exposition.
She has to cook. Sister's got a boyfriend.
Hello, exposition.
I called her Assistant Nick Mike if she ever stops talking.
Jesus Christ.
She says, are you going soft on me? And I said, Zach will reply, only at night.
Only at night? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a professional chef in the family, and he's bringing home the new boyfriend. Nobody has met him yet, but her sister said there's a big surprise. So Carrie wants a list of wedding venues, a spreadsheet, because the girl is as transparent as tissue paper.
Hello, exposition.
No one talks like that.
You've got to pick that wedding venue for your sister? That's not how that works.
I was confused by this because I thought she said Katie's engaged. And then the admin says love is in the air. And then later at dinner, Katie says, I have a big announcement. And I guess pregnancy as well.
Oh.
I know I'm getting ahead of myself. And then she says, well, I'm engaged. I'm like, I thought we already fucking knew this shit. What are we doing?
For the rest of the movie, I do call this assistant insecurity. All that bubbliness and all that. I'm your great assistant. It's all insecurity. She's trying not to, you know.
You guys have been really mean to Zelda.
I hate her.
Zach is, I don't know what he's doing here.
You co-signed it before the supercharged name.
I just said, I didn't lie, Annie.
Rewind.
I just said, I thought she was going to do an office shooting at one point.
That's all you said.
Oh my God.
That's it. No big deal.
But not at this point. That point hasn't happened yet.
Reminds Carrie of coffee with her dad at 5.
Coffee with Kareem.
Wants to go.
Why did they get coffee at night?
Why would your dad?
They want to go over the Rowling Vineyards proposal.
Rentals for the holiday office party. She wants everyone to have so much fun their head explodes.
Good shot.
The assistant gives exposition about what a turducken is, says she needs rubber gloves.
Banter.
Love is in the air.
Not for you, misery.
So is swine flu, Zelda. Banter.
This is the business broad who doesn't have time for love.
Now she's pouting and staring at her coffee cup. They misspelled dad's name Mark with a Q like Derek.
Same note too.
Same note too.
Derek is the barista, apparently. They misspelled Carrie as well. Carry instead of IE.
I laughed.
She gives him shit for golf and coffee and asks if he's planning on making it into the office anytime soon.
Business position in overdrive here.
Guys, I don't know if you know this. It's a little early in the movie. She's running that company.
Because she's the business broad who doesn't have time for love.
He doesn't have to be a workaholic anymore because she's taken that over for him. She wants his big corner office now. He says, patience, grasshopper. Oh,
hey, Steven Seagal.
I love Nicholas, I
told Zach I watch the Glimmerman trailer every day.
He sent me some story. I responded, is that a FaceTime Glimmerman? He said, that depends. Don't see nothing but the shadows and a glimmer. What a fucking trailer. 2 days ago, James Brown kicks in when we see Keenan. I said, you watched it again? 3 question marks? I watch it every day. It's my get hype for the day content in the morning. You watch it every day?
Every morning.
Sometimes multiple times. All in the morning? Once in the morning, and then depending on how my day goes, might do another in the afternoon. You said, I got soul. And I said, soul kisses? End scene. Mace just fucking left. He got up and he took his headphones off and he walked away. She gives a hint of exposition that she's impatient, then says that she can rock a spreadsheet.
Wants to streamline operations at a winery on the verge of bankruptcy. She won't fire anyone, just bring them into national distribution. Wants to run it on her own. Pop says she's ready. I know. And humble, too.
Banter.
Emerson Foods is everything for her.
She said Emerson Foods so many times, I began to wonder if that was the name of another company. Why the fuck do you keep saying the name?
Product placement?
Well, especially when they start talking about how they're a family business, but whose family? Who's Emerson?
Right.
Is that Grandpa?
She's Tate.
They're the Tates.
It's the mom's father, who then left it to his wife, but not quite.
Not a woman's place.
We'll get to it.
He says to take a day off of work every now and then. Guys, she's work all the time. So she probably has plenty of time to find love, right, Amin?
No, she's a business broad. She doesn't have any time for love.
Oh.
Just business.
She gave her team off tomorrow afternoon, and he knows why. Sergeant Bitsy, he calls his wife.
Yep, that's a good name.
Is it?
So much banter here. They talk about Katie being in love, and he says mom is all a blue sky about it. Oh, no, a Twitter about it, sorry.
There you go.
Asked her to keep mom from driving Katie crazy. She mocks him for tucking his napkin into his collar.
Nobody does that shit.
No, Amin.
That's 20 CB.
Vegas this past summer. Guy walking through the Cosmo. Napkin still tucked in from his dinner.
Still in there.
Blew our minds. We're like, how good is that fucking meal?
The Scottish golf hat talk, is that banter, I guess?
Bad banter or some shit, I don't know.
Oh, wow. All right, we lost face.
Where are we? We're at a coffee shop at night that has a bar where they bring him a dessert on a plate.
The extras in the back, ass off. Yap, 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 talk without saying anything.
What's going on? Zach, you frequent a lot of coffee shops.
I do.
Have you ever seen a setup like this?
No. And not at night?
Middle of the night.
Those places are closed at 5. Although I do think there should be coffee shops. Ian Carmel thinks there should be bakeries that are open at night. I'm with that as well. Some of us do want a coffee at night.
Also, Maze, to your point, the way this place is set up with a counter and tables and stuff, you would think the coffee comes out with a saucer and a mug. Nope, they give it to them like it's Starbucks.
To go.
What's your name on it and all that.
Time for the family home. Katie introduces Ethan to Carrie as she walks in.
Hell of a home.
Her beauty is only surpassed by her business acumen.
This is a business broad.
Business acu woman.
That.
Also, is Ethan gonna fuck Carrie?
I'm so glad you brought that up. He says he doesn't shake hands. He's a hugger.
Fine.
He hugs her, lifts her up.
Bring it in for the real thing.
Presses his dick against her. He's gonna cheat on Katie by the time appetizers are served. This dude fucks.
They definitely have or will fuck.
This dude will fuck everybody in this movie.
Absolutely. including the dad.
Yes.
But not Gay Paul.
A guy in a cardigan like that is not faithful.
This was probably the biggest film noir of the movie for me because everything about him is he's going to be this awful douche.
Yeah.
He does one little thing that's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, guy? But for the most part, he's kind of harmless. And I thought he'd be a lot more harmful.
She can't believe this is the famous Ethan. Tell me, how did you manage to drag this one away from her restaurant?
Hello, exposition.
Guys, she's also a businesswoman.
Business broad, yeah.
Just different type of business.
Ethan has a prospering organic farm where he farms organic exposition.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. My note was exposition about vegetables or some shit I don't know.
There we go. Lost to me. All right.
He also forages for truffles, mushrooms, and pine nuts. He's a trailblazer in the wild food movement. Katie calls it an impactful skill.
You know, one of the things I hate about these Hallmark movies?
Everything.
The stupid music in the background. It's
Whoa.
like they don't know what the scene is.
Whoa.
They're playing music that has nothing to...
Whoa.
This is any ESPN basketball show.
Back the fuck up off of Pancho Burgos' music, Amin.
Whoa.
Show some fucking respect.
You're sticking up for Pancho Burgos.
How would you not?
Did Pancho see the movie? That's my question.
Doesn't need to.
You think he just blindly composed some music?
He's just out there.
Oh, the masturbating dog killer's on the loose again. Bomb.
Clip it.
There's no melody, it's just tones. Just dark, ominous tones. The masturbating dog killer is on the loose again. He'll kill the owner, but at least the dogs are happy. Bong.
Oh man, I got Allman Brothers tickets.
Gotta pee myself. Shit.
He teaches a class on foraging. What the fuck does that mean?
When I tell you I tapped out on all of this shit, it took everything in me not to just hit skip because I don't give a shit, man.
He says they'll never starve as long as he has these. She stares at his fingers like they were inside her on the couch 3 minutes ago.
Because they were in every hole.
Katie exposits Carrie needs to come up to Napa. She hasn't been in the restaurant since it opened. She'd love his farm.
Thanks, but you know, I've been so swamped with work, Katie, and it's my baby and my boyfriend and my weekends and my vacations, and but I love it. So, and
That is exactly how I feel about the restaurant.
Hey, what about me?
Well, you, darling, are my sun, my moon, and my sky.
Mom comes in, dinner served. I thought Carrie was supposed to be cooking, didn't do shit. Ethan makes a kids' table joke. Katie giggles. Now they sit down to dinner, and Carrie is immediately trying to push an Emerson Foods contract on her sister.
This is crazy.
Her response is, I have a relationship with the farmers I buy from.
Clearly you do. You're marrying one.
So basically, she likes to suck the farmer's dick before she buys his veggies.
We don't know that that's happening. We do know she's banging him.
So you don't think there's any oral?
No, I don't think so. This is all business.
Is that why Ethan...
He's searching for something, man.
He's forging.
Mr. Tate?
No business at the table. Dad asked for the surprise. Carrie guesses pregnant.
As did I. But then I was like, she's drinking wine. Why would she be pregnant?
Why would your dad?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I like the lazier and lazier the why would your dad is getting.
Yeah.
Why would your dad?
Ethan says they can tell him. Katie says in the right moment and not a second sooner. Ooh, practical, perfect Katie has a plan. Carrie's kind of a bitch.
Perfectly perfect, perpetually pesky. Carrie will annoy her older sister.
That's from the dad. Turducken's getting cold. They call a truce in the name of warm turducken. Dad then makes the joke. He loves his wife's warm turducken.
He's talking about her vagina.
And the kids love it?
Yes, they do.
Because her vagina is stuffed inside another vagina, which is stuffed inside another vagina. And it's all warm.
And Ethan will get to all of them.
I was like, you know what? And Ethan stuffed in all that.
I was in a long-term relationship with a girl.
With a turducken?
Her dad would do nothing but make inappropriate sex jokes.
No way.
Damn! The most awkward.
Wait, inappropriate generic sex jokes or inappropriate sex jokes about his wife?
About his wife.
Or his daughter?
About his daughter. About literally any woman that existed.
Posit it to you. You're being involved in the content.
He was so awkward and uncomfortable.
How did everybody react?
Roll eyes. Stop it.
Oh, Charles, like that?
No, they would get annoyed. They would be like, all right, enough. In any given get together.
Did you laugh?
No. I mean, nervous laughter at first. And then once I got comfortable, didn't react. I would just stare at him.
Time lapse. Katie clinks a glass. Time for the news.
We don't even get to see the turducken. What bullshit?
We were never going to see the turducken.
They didn't have a budget for a turducken.
No, fuck no.
I mean, spoiler alert, there wasn't coffee in those cups either.
What?
Oh, shit.
That's why they didn't use mugs.
Next, you're going to tell me Emerson Food doesn't actually have that office.
No, I saw the sign.
You opened up your eyes and you saw it. Full of gratitude, brags about the restaurant, thankful for her family.
Get to the fucking point. This broad is worse than me announcing my pick at the end of the episode.
Calls Ethan a divine man.
No, Ethan is diving into women.
Oh.
Divine.
Time for the surprise.
So, clear your calendars for Christmas Eve because you are invited to a holiday wedding. We're engaged! Oh my God!
I really wanted to say, and also clear the runways, but not quite yet.
No, not yet.
Absolutely not. Not close.
But clear your calendars. We've got Christmas liftoff.
They're getting married in a month. They just met.
Did they?
Well, we don't know that.
This family seems to be around each other pretty often, and they haven't met this guy yet.
I guess she's up in Napa and they're in Los Angeles.
Zach, if you felt Ethan's fingers, you'd be in a rush to get married to.
That's true. Those are magic fingers. Those are foraging fingers.
If we did a versus on fingers, and we have Ethan in one corner, and the other corner we have Mr. Fantastic, who do you think wins?
Oh, I thought you were going to say fingerling.
Oh, Battle Royale.
Mr. Fantastic has superpowers, so.
I'm going Ethan.
Ethan's going to run for the money, man.
Have you ever heard of anyone, not Hallmark edition, getting married on Christmas?
No, that's nuts, man.
You have to be a psycho.
You're not getting people to the wedding.
No.
Maybe if you have a massive family and they're rich and everyone gets together. The McAllisters.
Carrie already knew. You already know everything. Now they're decorating the Christmas tree. Is the game over, boys? Don't ask, because we can't talk about it. Doesn't matter what game it is or what sport or who's playing. Don't worry about it.
That damn Dallas team.
Is the game over? The big game? The big sports ball game? I like to imagine they're watching Future Sport.
Oh.
That's just me.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, it's time to play Future Sport.
Mom says she needs his help. He announces to the girls and Ethan. The parents have something to discuss. Mom suggests more eggnog first.
The mom is ass on.
Uh-oh, Mom's plying us with alcohol and hospitality, Katie. It must be serious.
The need to talk about Nana's will.
What's wrong with Nana?
She had very strong feelings about certain things like gender roles.
Come again?
She was old-fashioned. Stiff as a board, more like it.
They dropped that so casually.
Took them slip shopping for appropriate undergarments.
Wait, what's happening here?
When Daddy died, he left the company entirely to my mother, who didn't believe that women should be involved in business. So when she passed, she didn't leave the company to me. She left it to one of you. Which one of us? She had a provision in her will that whichever one of you marries first, the company would immediately go to that daughter's husband. Mom, that's not funny. I know. It's really not. Dad, come on.
Honey, please, please.
What? Why didn't you tell us about this? Because I did not want to spark some sort of competition between the two of you.
What does this mean?
Well, it means that after you and Ethan get married, legally, Ethan will own Emerson Foods.
Okay, this is ridiculous. There has to be something we can do about this. Believe me, I understand. We have tried. We have been to so many attorneys over the years. This is so unfair. Dad, come on.
Everybody hold on to your butts. We've got plot liftoff.
Same note too.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
Wild premise.
Somehow, even though she's not in this movie, Nana, ass off.
Nana's incredible.
Nana's amazing.
Nana is a CT5 misogynist.
So let me get this straight. Grandpa founded this company. Grandpa dies. The company is bequeathed to his wife. The wife didn't believe that women belonged in the workplace. The husband of her daughter runs it.
Until one of the daughters gets married.
So hold on, Mr. Tate, once his daughter gets married, fuck you, old man, you're out on your ass? You lose everything?
Well, he's retiring anyway.
What if they got married 2 years ago? What happens then?
Katie, wants to give the company to Carrie, but Ethan says, whoa, hold on now, Lionel. I need my fucking company, man.
Yo.
Hey, dude, I said Louis Pinnock.
Hold on now, Lionel.
Film fucking noir.
You unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable.
All them years in the factory, all that time I put in, and I'm the fucking delivery boy.
Ethan is going for the inaugural Dante's Peak Helicopter Pilot Surge Pricing Award for shrewdest businessman.
This dude went from being a farmer to perhaps CEO and owner of a fairly large, can we say?
Massive.
Fortune 500, Fortune 1000.
This dude literally fingered his way into running a food distribution company.
A conglomerate with a company jet.
This dude teaches foraging classes. He takes people on walks in the woods.
He's about to teach corporate takeover classes. This is what this dude's doing.
Going from foraging to forging.
What a come up. Think about that. A farmer.
Yeah, he didn't even know he was married this broad just cuz. And then he finds out, actually, Nano's a misogynist. So you could become the CEO.
Hold on a minute. Let's hear this thing out. Dude. He processed it so quickly.
Yeah.
Bishop to Rook 9, man. He checkmated her ass so goddamn fast. It's amazing. Because Katie didn't want the company.
She didn't give a fuck.
And you know, that's how I know his fingers are good. Because the moment he said, hold up, right? Immediately, she was with it. She was with the plan.
Gives a whole new meaning to buckle up, knuckle up, because he's knuckles deep in that girl, playing her like a puppet.
Ethan says he wants to sleep on it. Carrie says it doesn't concern him, but apparently it does.
Well, apparently I do.
Well, Nana says I do, so.
Boom. Talking like a CEO.
I wanted him to become so misogynist in that moment.
This is exactly what the mom didn't want to happen. Their hands are tied, though. Katie says they can figure it out. That's really easy for you to say.
Kind of is.
Mom starts talking. Ethan pulls some gender role. Interrupting. Hold on. I'm going to talk this through.
Mansplains this shit.
I'll also remind you, they've only known him for about 4 hours, max.
And he's won them all over. There's nobody saying, yo, you're out of line. Everybody's in, thus confirming what we believe, which is that he has diddled everybody in the room.
Magic fingers.
Other than Carrie.
Not yet.
He just pressed his dick up against her when he hugged her.
He says nothing's set in stone. The whole point of this conversation is that it is set in stone. Be quiet, please. I said, he's an idiot. Please clip in Charlie.
50,000.
No. Oh,
come on. 600.
You should not run a Pinkberry. I'm sorry.
Big
I mean, that's just the weirdest negotiating style.
money.
Katie says, stop yelling at Ethan. Dad says, let her get it out. Carrie is losing it. She says, let's decorate, but be careful not to put Mrs. Santa above Santa.
Ah, misogyny.
I said someone needs to get this bro a good shake. She's hysterical.
Shake.
Just a shake. Not slapping. Slapping is bad.
Shaking's not good. What are you talking about? A snow globe?
No, just a little.
Misogyny? No. Genuinely, I can't even spell misogyny.
Ethan's so turned on by Carrie right now, by the way. We wouldn't want her to get any ideas about taking over. She blames her dad, storms out. What? She's way too emotional to run Emerson Foods. This is not like this is. All right, cut to the meeting with Mr. Courtney from the Vineyard.
Well,
look at this photograph.
Yep, there it is.
I laughed so hard.
It's the best logo. It's so good.
They copied and pasted it.
They didn't even get the perspective right.
No.
That's the best part.
No, of course not.
They couldn't even rotate it and get it flush with the building.
It's such a nondescript building, too. Like, it's just a random office part.
That's after we get B-roll of Christmas decorations in the yard, Christmas B-roll horseman.
Mr. Courtney looks like a terrible drawing of Ben Affleck.
Before he opens his mouth, I said, oh, so this is the guy she's going to marry.
He's the independent counsel for the Rowlings.
No paperwork, no laptop, not even a phone. Off the top of the dome.
He's ready to go, man.
He's about to roast her ass.
This dude has absolutely no intention of making a deal today.
What kind of a deal?
He reiterates only reason Rowlings are doing this to secure their employees' jobs, never wanting to be swallowed by a bigger fish. Emerson Foods is a family company.
What family? The Emerson family? The Tate family? Soon it's going to be the Ethan family. They don't want to sling wine coolers.
I agree, but they'd rather die on their artisanal swords than go corporate.
They are not on the same page, guys.
The wine coolers made me think of young Frank Dukes.
Carrie says that they're not in any position to be picky. He says they're all aware this is a perfect opportunity for Emerson to move into alcoholic beverages. And that's why I said, I think John Taffer's ears are burning right now because this dude...
Trust me, it's coming, and it's the tidal wave.
So is Ethan. She says not many companies willing to take on a failing vineyard. I think a lot of them would be.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's the whole point.
You get all that land? What are you talking about?
In Napa?
No business sense in this movie in the slightest.
Well,
that's a horseman. Bad business.
Not all bad business. Ethan's pretty fucking shrewd, if you ask me.
He says they need guidance. They need some help. She says that they're not here to offer consultation services.
Let's cut to the chase. She slides over a packet with the offer. Dylan clears his throat, calls it a ridiculous offer, a waste of time.
He LeBron the hell out of it. He read page 1.
Same note too. He reads the first page like he's LeBron.
They cut away, cut back to him. He's handing it back to her.
Gets up to leave. He's going to take the offer to the Rowlings. Be in touch about a counteroffer.
She refuses to shake his hand.
Bad move. Bad business.
Bad boys. Pistons, 1991. They didn't shake hands.
Carrie checks her voicemail on speakerphone. The lawyer reviewed the will. The only recourse is to convince Ethan to sign the company over to her.
Insecurity asks if that meeting was the Hunger Games over here. Huh?
I didn't get what the reference was.
I didn't get it either.
What does that have to do?
I think I've seen every Hunger Games movie. That didn't make any sense.
She just wanted to say Hunger Games because
reference.
No.
Well,
because
I mean, this is not a Blart situation, okay?
So it's okay for Abuela Mija to catch these strays? What the villain say?
She looks like she just got to look at her future. That's the most ruthless line in Cinephobe history, man. That is devastating to say about a young girl.
Then she figures out, technically, she could still get married first. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. How often is she doing these type of harebrained schemes?
She starts reiterating she could get married. She has a plan. She has the same plan as JCVD and Double Team, which is she doesn't have a plan in the slightest.
She's going to treat it like hiring a new associate. Zelda, are you saying you're going to hire someone to marry you? No! Pretty sure that's exactly what you said.
What's the appropriate amount of time for a corporate takeover marriage? She wants a list of websites and the dating things those kids are using these days.
She's 30 tops.
Max.
Tops.
Max.
There's no way this is all like, oh, whoa.
She doesn't want to talk to Katie and Ethan because it's too much drama. She's not mad at Katie. She doesn't want things to get ugly with Ethan.
This will be much simpler than talking to her family.
I'm guessing you cannot turn Ethan off. I think you'll be fine. I don't think it has to get ugly. I think he might prefer it gets ugly.
Online dating montage.
Time for a fucking montage.
And we're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Rocky had a montage.
You know I love me some Panchos Burgos. I'm a big Panchos Burgos fan. This song is horrible.
The TV music.
They are so ass on, pointing and pantomiming silently at findyourforever.com.
The mouthing.
It's so bad.
All of it is a golden dumpster, ladies and gentlemen.
They print out headshots and put note card nicknames underneath.
Board with pics and note cards like it's Pepe Sylvia.
They put the same guy twice.
Look at these fucking bingos.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
This guy was my favorite.
That's a serial killer.
Yes, he shows up twice.
Ponyboy, Dimples, El Presidente, Hipster or European, Mr. Smiley McDorkington, Prison, The Shadow, 40 Love, Snake, Backstreet.
Snake was his real name, though, because that was also on the dating website.
Yeah.
And Snake is the first person to show up in this continued shitty music montage for a date.
At her door,
Yeah.
20 CB.
I called him Laszlo Cravenworth.
Yes, absolutely.
One guy wipes his nose before shaking her hand.
I called him.
One guy shows up with mistletoe and she slams the door in his face.
Mistletoe guy was Lupus Grabowski. Here's what I'm thinking.
Arrested for what? Being awesome? Look at this guy, though. This is the embodiment of horny.
Somehow in the week after Thanksgiving, I'm already dressed like Santa.
He must have thought, hey, it's 2016. She's inviting me to her house for a date to pick her up. I'm banging.
Hashtag Me Too hasn't happened yet.
Well, it's been happening.
I thought it was like 2018. When was Me Too?
Just check your legal documents.
October 2017.
Assistant acknowledges the dating pool is totally lame.
Carrie says this isn't a game. Zelda forgot it's a totally logical plan.
It isn't a game. You've got a guess who board in your fucking office.
Zelda's proposing ideas, personal ads, speed dating, social media.
Anything that could turn into a montage?
She's never heard of speed dating in her life. There's a faster way of doing this. Oh, I forgot. She's very busy with business.
She works.
Too busy.
She works hard.
Insecurity is trying to dig if there's one who got away from her. Carrie remembers Paul pretty close in high school, and she's always thought they'd end up together. Hasn't talked in years. Mom keeps up with his mom. Might still live here.
So she's going to call her mom and get Paul's number. Zelda is mouthing along while she's on the phone. And this is when I started thinking, is Zelda ass off?
What do you mean ass off? You just saw her mouthing during a fucking montage with the Pancho Burgos music.
Yeah.
What are you talking about ass off?
Zach's eye just twitched.
Road twitch.
My whole soul is road twitching right now. What?
Hey, man, it's a Hallmark movie. This narrative that you've described her is really offensive.
Offensive? It's accurate.
With Uber Reserve, good things come to those who plan ahead. Family vacay? Reserve your ride as soon as you book your flights. To all the planners, now you can reserve your Uber ride up to 90 days in advance. See Uber app for details.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Free. Plus free samples and free shipping. Free.
Head to Blinds.com now for up to 40% off select styles plus a free professional measure. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Am I the Jerk is a show where we talk about real stories like my stepdad found out that I have a $4 million inheritance and tried to steal it from me when my mom died. Am I the jerk for how far I took my revenge? Or you might even see a story like this. My mother-in-law photoshopped my wedding photos to change my nose. Am I the jerk for what I did in response? So Am I the Jerk is the perfect show to put on in the background while you're driving, studying, drawing, or just chilling out. And the best part is you can send in your own stories from your own life to be featured and discussed on the show. Just subscribe to Am I the Jerk and you'll see how to do that there via amithejerk.com/submit. You can freely share the deepest secrets of your life because you can still remain anonymous when you send in your stories. So either way, subscribe to Am I the Jerk right now before you forget. We'd love to be a part of your daily routine. New episodes every day. Am I the Jerk?
Cut to a date. Oh my God, we're back at the coffee shop bar at night.
Eggnog lattes.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee. Cappuccino. Java. Yes.
Lattes are loneliness for me. I guess you're worth it.
Nobody drinks in this movie other than the wine that they had at dinner.
Oh, that's not true.
I forgot my golden dumpster.
Peppermint is disgusting. Eggnog lattes only.
Does this guy not know the difference between peppermint and eggnog? That's alarming, if so.
Zach, he knows.
Oh. In the season of eggnog lattes, you lure me to a semi-private location. For what purposes, I can only imagine.
Every time they said latte, I kept thinking of Charlie Day.
Latte pronto.
Yeah.
She lies, says she just missed him. He misses her too, but she's not completely without wiles. Katie's getting married.
There's a lot of banter here, and I said, he's a gay, isn't he?
Oh.
I actually said he's gay, but for some reason, I thought he's a gay, isn't he?
Accidentally, yeah.
Homophobia.
He says he loves it when the plot thickens. What?
Yeah.
She invites him to the engagement party as her date, a real date. She begs him and says she's also without alternatives. How flattering.
He takes an extremely long time to accept, Louis Pinnock style.
I would be honored to escort you to the celebration of your sister's betrothal.
He becomes a Ren Fair guy now?
Yeah.
What?
That's when I confirmed, oh, he's gay.
They start talking to someone off camera. No idea why.
Oh!
Too much.
No, it was amazing for the cheap seats in the back.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're right. You're welcome.
I said yes.
Did they forget to clip in the disembodied voice? What happened?
The opposite of the disembodied voice.
You know what I said? Ass off to this guy, man.
To who?
To fucking Gay Paul.
Oh, okay.
Gay Paul knocked it out the park because he's ripping now. Filmmakers can keep up with Gay Paul and his talent.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Amazing.
You're saying Gay Paul a lot.
Well, that's his name.
Cut to the engagement party. Katie wonders if Carrie is still angry at them. Carrie's not blaming them. Ethan introduces his best friend and best man, Dylan the lawyer douche.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
From the negotiations about 10 minutes ago. Oh, you guys are unmergeable.
This is when I noticed Dylan's got some really high facial hair. He needs to shave those cheekbones.
I noticed that too.
It's really creeping up towards his eyes.
Or it needs to be longer.
Sure.
It can't be stubble up there.
He needs to address it.
He needs to address it one way or another.
I don't care how he addresses it. He needs to do something about it.
You got to either dive in or dive out.
There's tension between Carrie and Dylan.
Is there?
What kind of a tension?
Dylan is fuck ugly.
He is pretty ugly.
Well, I was focusing on the cheekbones thing, but he got right to the core of it.
Fuck ugly. This is a love interest? Even for Hallmark, this is a stretch.
We get some charming character backstory.
Hello, exposition.
About how Dylan saved Ethan's life because he stopped him from eating a gas station pimento cheese sandwich. Great story.
Or a hot dog
It's
from 7-Eleven.
Dylan seems to be like, I knocked the sandwich out of his hand. Ethan seems like this shit is real. Like, no, you don't understand. I was going to eat that sandwich. I was going to die.
Yeah.
He's definitely not looking at it as like a fun story. He's taking this shit for real.
Carrie goes, I wouldn't know any of this bro code stuff because you were too busy rejecting me and my offer and walking out of the room.
Weird time to bring it up.
You're unhinged.
So gay Paul shows up.
Paul.
Carrie latches on aggressively. Paul wants tactical redundancy.
Asks everybody, what do you want to drink? She wants to upgrade from a wine to a vodka soda lime. I said, most popular drink in America.
Lime, she almost said.
Yeah. With mezcal?
With mezcal, you say? A vodka soda with lime?
Katie wants a wine. Dylan says, I'm fine. And gay Paul says, you'll get nothing and you will like it. That's gay Paul right there.
Just Paul.
Ethan wants an organic triple IPA.
Does that even make sense? I'm not a beer drinker.
No.
Okay.
They don't have it. Sorry, Ethan. Slapped organic on it because he's a farmer.
He's a forager. He's a finger and a forager.
He foraged for a triple IPA, and that's what he came up with.
Forage gum.
Mom grabs Katie and Ethan to meet Aunt Joy. Leaving Carrie and Dylan together, this motherfucker has not showered in weeks. His hair is so disgusting and greasy. They joke it's a small world. He says nice house and then just walks away. And she says only move he's got. Walking out of the room.
Awkward.
After the party.
How does this mansion have a kitchen that small? Don't know if you noticed the 20 CBS fridge in the background. Don't worry if you didn't.
No.
I took a photograph.
Okay, great. Wow, that is a 20 CBS fridge.
Guys, I get it. You're on a budget, but come on, man. We can't get stainless steel. We went clamshell, 70s.
Katie says it's going to cost a fortune to ship all these gifts to Napa.
Clearly, they don't have number 23 money, but they do.
Yes, they do.
Which makes it even weirder.
That's a great move by Katie, though. It's going to be so expensive to get these up there. And the rich parents like, we got it.
Both of these sisters, they're really good. It seems like it's ass on. It's not.
It's not.
It's a very well orchestrated plan. Carrie does it later.
Katie wants a simple, elegant, intimate wedding. I don't need all this hullabaloo. Mom is insisting on thank you notes. Carrie brings up Nana, the misogynist.
Mom's talking about how handsome Dylan is.
Very handsome.
Are you drunk?
Katie wonders if it will cause problems. Wants Carrie to admit Dylan is cute.
He is grotesque.
I mean, she understands that Carrie doesn't have many options. She came to the party with gay Paul.
Just Paul.
Unfortunately, when he talks, I want to punch him. Carrie! Well, then there won't be any hanky-panky amongst the wedding party. It's a real hanky-panky hullabaloo on the old Hallmark channel here.
20 CB. Please don't engage her. It will only get more graphic. And I said, yeah, that dad that I used to.
Christmas decoration B-roll. Back to Emerson Foods HQ.
With the stupid ass sign.
With the sticker on the building. They're having a Christmas party. How long has it been?
Great question.
Dylan walks in through a doorway arch made out of present boxes. Carrie's dressed in an elf costume. Dylan calls her very festive.
Who invited this unbathed bitch? Dylan, take a shower.
His face is doing all these stupid twitches. I don't know why.
That's the fentanyl.
Oh. She says to him, you're coming on the back end and we're about to wrap things up. And I went.
Ethan was there, I guess.
I'm glad she wraps it up, though.
Very festive. She's very festive. He's not there for business. He and Ethan were discussing the bachelor party. This is when this dumb idiot realizes she's supposed to throw her sister a bachelorette party.
I'm the worst maid of honor ever.
See, Zach, I thought you might fall for that trap. She hasn't forgotten. She's doing the bachelor.
That hits me in a minute. Oh, this was strategic.
Well played.
He can help cabin an hour north of Ethan's farm where they grew up. They spent time there when they were kids. Ethan wants a joint party. This guy is simply looking to bang everybody that Katie knows. That's all Ethan wants to do.
What did you?
I'm getting similar vibes from Ethan that I got from Mr. Fantastic.
Dude, when we see Katie's friends later, okay, now I get it.
Ashley the whore?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Zach.
That's a compliment.
I won't hear of it.
Would.
Me too.
2017.
Exactly. We still got a year. These two bingo children run up.
Miss Carrie, can we have some more candy, please?
Oh my God.
She gives them the candy, and at first I was annoyed by the bingo children, but then one of them turned around, look at this photograph. That child was acting her ass off, man, because she turns around celebrating to someone else.
She is ass off, yeah. That's pretty good for a kid actor.
Everybody being gay Paul.
Just Paul.
Talking to someone off screen that we don't see.
They have an awkward goodbye. She gives him a candy cane too. She walks over to her mom and dad dressed as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
She walks 2 feet away and starts talking shit about him.
What was Mr. Courtney doing here? Besides being handsome, he's ugly. He wanted to talk about wedding stuff. He was oddly nice. I don't know what to do with that information.
Camera flash, freeze frame, Christmas card. Carrie's making a face.
What?
None of them were ready for a photo. They all look fucking terrible.
More Christmas B-roll.
Cut to sometime between now and Christmas. I don't know when.
No, it's already the big bachelorette cabin extravaganza.
What? How?
He mentioned that he would email her about it. Now it's happening.
Being at a joint bachelorette party sounds bad.
That sounds like an orgy to me.
Having it at a cabin?
That sounds like a sex party.
If they're going to have sex. Anyone other than Ethan going to have sex?
Ashley.
Well, I guess he's fucking everyone, so I guess they're all having sex.
They're all having it, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You know how much I love outdoors? Paul's driving up to meet her. She says he might be perfect.
Doesn't she have to get married soon? How long has it been? We're running out of time.
Are we? I don't know what day it is.
She starts laying the plan of how she's going to escalate with gay Paul, and I said, wait, is she trying to fuck gay Paul?
Just Paul. She invited him to the house tonight.
If things go the way that I think they will, I'll be able to, give him my proposal. And my proposal.
Okay, you are aware of how incredibly, insanely Scooby-Doo this all sounds, right?
Sorry, did the Scooby-Doo crew ever fail to solve a case?
That comment was not meant to encourage you.
I'm trying to be positive here.
What about Scooby-Doo has people entrapping gay people to have sex with them?
You didn't see that episode?
Gives whole new meaning to ruh-roh, Shaggy. I get they're trying to establish banter and friendship and everything between Insecurity and Carrie.
Are they?
There is some real Who's That Man, Hi Sweet Annie.
Nah, man.
Hey, sweet Zelda.
You guys are all wrong about this.
Hey, sweet Carrie.
They're the only people that work at this company, Zach. Somebody's got to keep the wheels turning at Emerson Foods.
That's why the office is so small?
It's a whole building.
No, it's not. It's just that one area right there.
They have a New York office.
That's right. 7 a.m.
Carrie hasn't talked to Katie about it. Zelda says Katie will probably be upset. Carrie tells Zelda to back the fuck off, Zelda.
Woo!
Yeah, stop being a nosy broad.
And Zelda immediately shifts gears.
Put her in her place.
And she's ass off.
No.
Being an assistant, observing protocol. Anything else, Miss Tate?
Ass on.
I think Zelda might come back and in a very 20CB way, go postal.
Go Emerson Foods, what they'll start calling it.
Yeah.
How does she take that personally? You're being nosy as fuck.
Super nosy, man.
Inappropriate.
I'll tell you why. You called it earlier. She's the type of person who thinks because we work together, that means we're fucking best friends and I can give you fucking life advice and shit. Guess what, Zelda? I don't see a ring on your finger, you lonely bitch.
I don't see a ring on your finger. All I do is see you fucking in your desk.
Zach sees, I see an AR-15. Tomato.
Supercharge all that. I do want you to supercharge this, okay? I'm sorry to keep adding to it, but I did have the note, fire her now.
That's not supercharged.
No, I wanted supercharged.
No, it can say that.
Or cut it out.
No, leave it in there.
No.
San Diego, superchargers, San Diego, Chargers, San Diego, superchargers, San Diego, Chargers, Chargers.
Got to her watching a movie with Paul.
They show the sign of the inn, and I looked it up so I could try and figure out what movie it is.
Oh.
It's a black and white movie, right? So you think it's A Wonderful Life or something like that. Nope. It's a different Hallmark Christmas movie.
Oh.
That they put on TV, and I'm 99% sure that they made it black and white to disguise it.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's brilliant.
Golden Dumpster.
But I had a different explanation for which movie this was. She sits there next to him on the couch and she says, "Are you cold?" And I said, "That's Cobra formula, folks."
Cold, bruh.
It starts with a question. It ends up with her hand on your dick.
That's my favorite kind of Cobra formula.
She wants to give him a handy under the blanket. She has to do it at her own home because the entire world can look through the windows. Got to keep it subtle. This guy takes zero clues.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Gay Paul wants to watch his movies, man.
This is Paul.
He says it isn't Christmas till he watches this unnamed movie.
Yeah.
It's the famous Christmas movie.
Here he's trying to cuddle up. He's not picking up any clues. Are your eyes blue or green? My eyes are brown.
He doesn't care.
He says, "Can't miss an opportunity to see you in hiking boots." And she goes, And I thought that's when she figured out, yes, that's why we call him Gay Paul.
Nope.
She doesn't, though.
They don't call him Gay Paul.
Don't say we.
Yeah. That's what you think.
Everyone in the movie, too.
She tries to go for the kiss. He turns away and tells us the trivia is sink or sink.
The trivia he gives is they trucked in 5,000 pounds of snow.
Yep.
And I said, they're watching Jingle All the Way, too.
Yeah, good one, Amin.
She responds with, "Neat." And he kisses the top of her head. Just grab it. What are you doing?
Well,
just grab it.
Ethan teaches a forging class. Zach teaches a diddling class.
It's not diddling.
All right, ladies.
They're both of age.
You're going in for the kill.
She's clearly trying to get somewhere. He's not picking up any signals. Grab it. Works every time.
Zach's in front of a blackboard with the little pointer, like, grab it.
The blackboard is just a cartoonish drawing of a dick. Grab it.
Tommy Lee Jones's volcano counterattack diagram.
Just grab it right there.
Mercedes commercial taking a windy road.
Cut to the cabin.
Katie comes in. "I come bearing a sister." Two friends have been in the schnapps and gingerbread liqueur.
That is gross.
They're a pastry chef and an artist.
Hello, exposition.
And I said, zero cheeks on the tall broad, but a little bit later they're doing a little back and forth and one of them says, "I'm bored, let's do a shot." I said, okay, I'm in on this.
I immediately picked up on it. I'm surrounded by creative types, and my next note is Ashley, the artist whore, says none of Ethan's guys are here yet. The second I saw her, I said, she's going to fuck everybody as well.
She's hot, man.
She is, absolutely.
When they sat down on the couch, I was like, okay, zero cheeks, but I'm listening. She got that crazy in her eyes, too.
Katie hates the word hotties, but yes, handsome friends are coming. Carrie says with personalities like sandpaper, the pastry chef thinks it's brilliant to have the joint party.
The short one, not so much.
No, not at all.
Not so hot.
Katie says she and Ethan aren't into the last hurrah nonsense. I said, last hurrah? He's banging everything he meets.
Zach, if you and I are in this situation, we got Ashley and we got the pastry chef.
Gingerbread liqueur. With mezcal?
With mezcal, you say, yeah. How do we approach this?
Well, which one do you want? Which one are you vibing with?
I mean, I kind of like Ashley. Smashly.
Good, because I'll take anything.
Let me ask you something. Which one do you like? Because we're going to stick to this. Well, I've always had a thing for blondes. Because I'll take anything.
Katie wouldn't even let them hire a stripper. Carrie likes when she's uptight. Friends go to do a shot.
Wants her to get along with Dylan this weekend. He's the best man. Carrie finds that laced with so much irony. Then mocks, yes, he's the bestest best man ever.
She's like Madam Werb. Remember Madam Werb at the baby shower?
Not drinking a Pepsi.
Couldn't open it.
Never opening it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite memory of your mom?
When she died.
My mom's dead. Come on, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just play along.
Yeah, or just shut up. You don't say anything.
Cut to them drinking mimosas. They're discussing wedding plans. Ashley is flirting hard with some Chad.
Bro.
You know who I thought he was?
Ethan?
Lupus from the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was from the dating montage, too. It's definitely the same extra.
Yeah.
Ashley's already making a move on one of the guys while they talk. He knows he's getting laid. Dude. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if this was Ethan there and he had shaved and it's just understood he bangs everybody.
ETF.
Wait, no. Ethan's sitting next to Katie on the other couch. Never mind.
Drooping his legs over her. And he's doing, look, I've done this play before. Stretching my leg as far as possible because I'm trying to initiate contact with another party, a third party. Meanwhile, Katie says something she wants a menage a note.
Katie waves her hand. What if we had a menagerie of woodland creatures representing our families? A buck and doe for my parents.
She says, what if we have a menage? And Ethan says, I'm in.
Ethan says it sounds very dear.
The pastry chef says chocolate flavored love about the cake or whatever. And Ashley gets very excited about that idea.
Very horny, yes.
Then, holy shit,
dude,
she's flirting with a second guy as she's all over this other guy.
And that's when I knew Ashley was...
She's fucking everybody.
With the guy comes through with the thing, yeah.
She and Ethan should get married. They have the same values.
They throw mistletoe at Dylan as he walks in. He's standing above Carrie.
Dylan.
Carrie leaves.
She gets in her phone. She goes, I'm on my phone. And then Ethan takes it and he molests his bride-to-be.
He goes all over her. Yeah.
Everyone starts catcalling. Have you ever catcalled people making out? People you know. Like,
Probably when I was in my teens or 20s. Yeah.
20s?
Early 20s. Like a dipshit 20s. Not like a dipshit 40s now.
Zach with the gelled hair and the goatee.
Just the chin hair. Oh, man. Carrie is outside trying to get a signal on her cell phone. Dylan walks outside next to her, says that she won't get a signal there. It's one of the reasons he likes the place.
Otso's, the concept of holding your phone up to get a better signal.
Mhm.
No one's done that since we had fucking antennas in our...
I do it every time.
Okay.
You have to.
What the fuck is this sweater that Dylan is wearing?
All of them, man.
I did not take a photograph, but that shit was unhinged.
He'll leave her alone. She thanks him for putting this together. And that's when I said, oh, she was trying to get a zero effort, half the credit.
Of course. She's no Ethan. That was pretty shrewd, pretty quick thinking on our part.
He starts dropping that he knows that she's going through a lot with the grandma's will. Ethan filled him in. Ethan's filling a lot of people.
Must be nice to have a corporate lawyer as a best bud, right?
He didn't mean to upset her. She clarifies she's frustrated about reception. Dylan says they keep getting off on the wrong foot, didn't we?
She wants a landline. There's no landline. Dylan will drive her into town. They continue to languish in their awkwardness. And Paul arrives with 2 bottles of wine for lunch.
Yeah.
And debauchery. I'm here for the gangbang.
Oh.
Well, no, Gay Paul is not here for the gangbang.
Cut to Carrie making cookies. Everybody's back from the bachelor party hike.
Her pretending she made these cookies.
What do you mean pretending?
Ass on.
Ass off.
She's a baker, yeah.
She was ass off in the scene, number one. Number two, Zach, how did you know they went on a hike?
They told us.
Oh, okay.
Dylan's back from the hike, and he's getting beers for everybody.
Hello, exposition.
Is there a big difference between cooking and baking?
Yes.
Massive.
What's the difference? I don't know.
Cooking is like playing jazz. Baking is
chemistry.
Yeah, following a formula. You can't play around too much. You can experiment.
You can't have slightly more of an ingredient in baking.
No, the amount of flour's got to be the amount of flour. The amount of baking soda's got to be the amount of baking soda.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
You can't say, oh, I'm going to bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. No, it's got to be 20 minutes exactly at this temperature, etc.
Cooking, you can just do whatever. You can go, all right, you know what? I'm going to add a little more lemon. You know, I'm going to throw some salt in there. Throw some spices.
I legit never knew that. This has been informative. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what we do.
Paul was sent into town to get more sprinkles. Dylan takes the next batch out of the oven.
This is the scene that made me think that the horseman was her going, because she says so many times in this movie.
I didn't pick up on that, but now that you mention it, yeah. It's a lot. Her cookies are an old family recipe. She gives him a cookie. He loves it. He exposits they spent Christmas there.
Dylan gets reminiscent about cabin Christmas as a kid.
Man, it's all about the memories, man.
Grandpa died. He fucked him to death.
Carrie burns herself on the pan that came out of the oven, ass on.
Ass off.
We're supposed to feel the tension.
Tension building.
As he helps her run it under cold water.
She killed the scene. When she says, hey, can you get that out of the oven? She hands him an oven mitt. He's already got one, so she just drops it on the thing. I like to think she improv that.
Oh, absolutely.
You're up there, Gay Paul levels of fucking acting right now.
Just Paul.
And the child.
Here comes Paul interrupting. Dylan's awkward. He leaves, but he looks back.
One look back. Are there palm trees in this forest?
Christmas motherfucking B-roll. We're out of the forest.
Oh, okay.
We're back at the parents' house. They're wrapping Christmas gifts.
Wait, they're back?
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
I know. This was the best bachelor party weekend ever. They went on a hike. She made some cookies. That was it. Mom got Pop a fedora with safari flaps in the back. Asked if he'll like it.
Mom got Dad an Anthony Mays fedora as a gift. Right out of the Mays collection.
You think your father's going to like it? Depends if he's going to gain a lot of weight and produce a podcast.
That depends. Is it 1940 and is he planning to investigate crime?
Gift noir.
Banter.
Mom heard from Paul's mom that they're seeing each other. Wow. Had no idea the country club set had such an extensive intelligence network.
What?
You asked her for the phone number.
Right. Very easy to figure out.
Which was what Mom reminds her in a second.
Is it serious? She hopes so. Have you and Katie figured out what's going to happen after the wedding? Mom doesn't want Carrie to be surprised if Katie and Ethan decide to assert their ownership.
Yep.
She and her sister have a habit of not communicating and making assumptions. Remember the prom dress fiasco?
Hello, exposition.
Vague exposition is back.
Well, then they explain it. They bought the same prom dress. Now the stakes are higher. Carrie keeps shitting on all the presents that Mom bought.
She really does.
Tchotchke zone.
There's a Chucky reference.
Mom compared getting the same prom dress to inheriting this Fortune 500 company.
Yes.
What the fuck, Mom?
To inheriting the new Whole Foods.
No wonder Grandpa didn't want you running this shit.
Of course not.
Wedding dress fitting.
Just the two of them?
More bridesmaids would have been expensive.
The mom wasn't going to show up?
Nah, man.
Ashley and the pastry chef weren't going to show up?
They're up in Napa.
Ashley's got her hands full.
With Dick?
Been through a lot of Dick.
Katie couldn't imagine a more beautiful dress. They guarantee Katie won't see another bride in this dress. We're talking about a garland of poinsettias, staring at Carrie, gonna go grab a beaded silk turban from the stockroom. This wedding dress is baggy and terrible.
2 people need to go get a turban.
Oh,
2.
She says all brides are beautiful. Not true.
She's pretty.
Apparently, Dylan has been asking about Carrie. Katie's trying to praise Dylan, but Carrie's being stubborn.
They can't talk to Dylan about this. This is a massive conflict of interest for a guy who's
of course
representing a company that is trying to do a deal with Emerson, which, regardless of whether Carrie or Katie inherits, that deal is still happening. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
This whole scene in the dress fitting. Who is this for?
For the audience.
Who is this movie for, man?
For Zach Harper.
Absolutely.
The music doesn't match shit what's happening.
Whoa.
Of course not. It's a Hallmark movie. It's never going to match.
Back up off of Poncho. Okay.
Poncho Burgos.
Leave him alone. Now Katie wants to start talking about the company since they're going to own it. Ethan wants to start an organic food distribution division.
Mm-hmm.
Slap an organic on it.
This dude knows.
Whether you like it or not, we are going to be owners. Carrie says she's never expressed any interest in the company. Katie says they talked to Dylan about the transfer and had ideas.
Says sweet Dylan.
Hi, sweet Dylan.
Sweet Annie.
Hey, sweet Dylan.
It's an honest corporate takeover.
Katie's doubling and tripling down, says Carrie is acting like a spoiled child. Hypocrisy. You inherited a company you don't work for.
And don't want.
Right.
Or didn't want.
Sister beef.
You're not married yet, okay? When and if you and Ethan make it to the altar in your Stevie Nicks lace explosion, when that happens, please, you two can waltz into the lobby of Emerson Foods and declare yourself the king and queen of organic canned bunnies, okay? But until that happens, I'm gonna continue on the path that I've been on for the last 7 years, Katie, while you've been off cooking fiddle ferns for snotty food jerks.
You said you liked my dress.
It's not about the dress, Katie.
No, it is about you being selfish and stubborn and single-minded.
You know what? I wouldn't make any plans if I were you. It's amazing how quickly things can change.
What are you talking about? Carrie, what are you talking about?
The only thing Katie responds with, you said you like my dress. That's women right there.
Oh. Grandpa Zach.
But Batman.
Women. Carrie storms out. Katie didn't have any friends at this dress fitting. Carrie leaves a message for insecurity. Make a reservation for 2 at Wild at 8. Then have the company jet ready at 10:30 to take her to Vegas. Book a room at the Bellagio, the penthouse.
This company should not go to her.
You should not run a Pinkberry. You should not run a Pinkberry.
This exposition changes everything about the movie. The stakes have gone up exponentially. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. They have a private jet.
No wonder she doesn't want this thing to go to foraging Ethan.
Just kill your sister.
Oh,
it'd be easier.
That's a different movie. That's a file right there. That's an instant file. That's a good movie.
And Zelda, do not call and ask me a million questions.
Very important line.
Cut to dinner. Have they kissed at all? Have they touched each other?
No!
It's gay Paul.
Just Paul.
Gay Paul, man.
There's a glass of wine being poured at an empty restaurant. Thank God she got a reservation.
Well, it's wild.
But is this also the place where the coffee is?
Same note too. They changed the counter.
Yeah, that's all they did.
They covered the counter up.
Well, this is the problem. You guys don't have an identity. The outside, there's no call to action for patrons.
Right.
We need to drill down and get ourselves like a good beverage program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And move on from there. We're going to bring in the experts.
Carrie's awkward. She says she's not good at subtle. He agrees, calls it entertaining to watch her try. She says she's not the most romantic person. He calls her practical. This guy has absolutely no interest in fucking her. I didn't know.
Well, no, he's gay Paul.
Well, he's just Paul.
Carrie's parents know the restaurant owners. They're also having Katie's rehearsal dinner there. I wonder why.
Time for her proposal.
She's slamming wine. She's trying to schmooze him. It's not working.
Oh, she is getting drunk.
So, I have a jet waiting to take us to Vegas, and I booked a suite at the Bellagio.
Carrie.
And will you marry me? Tonight? I know it sounds crazy, but we would shock everyone.
I can't.
Paul, I know that you're not like madly in love with me or
Carrie.
anything, but it's okay.
Carrie, I'm gay.
Come on.
Ta-da.
What are you talking about? That's not funny.
Ta-da! And I said,
ass off.
Golden dumpster, ass off.
Lock it in.
Gay Paul.
Just Paul.
You're serious. Oh my gosh. Wow. This was the worst plan ever.
I'm sorry.
She could not have presented this worse. Maybe if you led with, hey, I'll give you $1 million if you marry me, and then we get the company, and then we get a divorce or annulled or whatever.
With this company's profit margin, offer him 10 million, 20, 50.
Do you want to break Gay Paul off some cash just to make this happen?
Yes, Paul.
Lead with that.
How are you not prepared?
Not with the psycho kidnapping Vegas plan.
Right.
Doesn't even care. He kind of does. She says he knows about the will. When did you even tell him about the will? We didn't see that.
She won't shut up about it.
Carrie starts to beg. Paul loves her, but wants to get married for real to a guy.
So how much would it take for you to get fake married to someone for the purposes of this?
In any situation, probably not a lot. Also, she's hot.
But Gay Paul is not interested on that level.
Oh, if I'm Gay Paul.
I thought Gay Paul, on the one hand, very honorable, feels very strongly about living his truth. And I got to respect that. He does not want to be someone who lives in the closet, lives a lie or whatever, even if it is just for show. But on the other hand, come on, Gay Paul, you get a lot of money out of this, man. A lot of money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she had even made a competent offer, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Which is why they have to have her fuck it up so bad so that he says no.
Yeah.
Guess what, Paul? You can get married and literally still live your life exactly the same way you've been living it. Nothing would change.
It's called a beard.
You're going to get this shit annulled.
Carrie goes back to her wine.
Okay. Then she wins. Cheers.
You make it sound like it's a football game.
Was it a sports reference from the gay guy? Kind of ironic, don't you think?
Homophobia.
Paul's now offended.
Yes.
Golden dumpster.
If he was Gay Paul, he'd still be offended. This did it.
He's mad. He's leaving. Doesn't want dessert. Fake offers to call her a cab. Immediately, 2 slices of cake come. She's going to take them to the bar. Good move.
She's drunk and desperate at the bar. My time to shine.
Zach and Amin waltz in.
Take 2 ounces of Smirnoff vodka. Add 1 ounce of dry vermouth. A dash of orange bitters. Combine over ice in a mixer. Stir well to chill and strain into a chilled cocktail glass. Twist a lemon peel over the drink. Then add 2 olives to garnish.
Eat 2 pieces of cake.
This is the Wild Teeny.
She's ass on drunk.
Ass off.
Ass on.
She's hammered.
Drunk dials Dylan, who's reading folders in bed because he's a businessman.
Still reading the first page.
He's wearing jeans in bed. That's insane.
That is gross.
That's crazier than the first move you make with someone is going straight for their nipple. Jeans in bed?
Who do you think you are? Cahooting with my sister in the financy, her fee.
Okay.
That's me. What?
Try that one more time.
Her fiancé, behind the boy, that boy.
Carrie, wait, are you okay?
It's a horseman. There it is.
I thought you were being nice and you're just being a spy. Do you know that?
Wait.
You're a spy.
It's just, okay, Carrie, just calm down. Calm down. Tell me where you are.
Don't change the subject.
It's okay. Just tell me where are you?
I'm at the place with the guy with the.
She's mumbling, passes her phone to the bartender. He tells Dylan where she is. Dylan's gonna come pick her up. She's 30 minutes away.
The bartender, Todd, doesn't introduce himself as a bartender. I think he wants Dylan to know that he's smashing Carrie first.
Dylan recognizes a layup when he hears one. That's why he says, I'll come get you.
Tapper comes in and he's going ballistic.
He's pissed.
Todd, how could you not cut her off, man?
They need the business.
That's a liability.
There's only one customer.
If she gets in a car with a matchbook.
Throw the matchbooks out. She is forehead on the bar drunk. Dylan's arrived. You found me. Hi.
Todd's not cutting her off. Todd keeps fucking serving.
Don't make it all weird by being all questioning. I'm here.
She had 4 more before Dylan showed up. Dylan, what were you doing?
Well, she had 2 more. 4 total.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's still a lot of drink to have.
It's a lot. That's why she's face down.
She had wine at dinner. Yeah, she's hammered.
Dylan tosses a wad of cash on the bar without looking at the bill.
He catches her like I once caught Chris Sheridan.
Really?
Yeah. Houston All-Star.
You caught him because he stumbled, or you caught him because he was
so drunk?
Really?
He was so drunk. He was getting off the media shuttle, takes a step and just starts tumbling. I know who Chris is, but I have no relationship with him. I just caught him because a human started following in front of me.
I thought you were behind him and you grabbed him by the back of his shirt because he's leaning forward like Michael Jackson in the goddamn Smooth Criminal video.
No, I caught him like Jeep caught a baby.
Nice. She's being very drunk and annoying. And I said, broads who are this annoying when drunk are usually much louder and much higher pitched.
She's a businesswoman.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's because she's ass on.
She's not.
She's not ass on.
She's perfect.
She's stumbling. He's holding her. She respects him professionally despite the agreements. Then she gets an idea. We should get married. Would you marry me? She's got the jet and the suite and the suit, and it's white. Carrie's trying to find her phone, needs to call Zelda. They stumble out.
He's got her at her place. She realizes they're in her house, wants to know if magic or Santa got them there.
This scene drags on for so long.
He gets her pajamas. She wants him to unzip her. He turns his back, stands aside. She struggles. Do you like my slip? Slippy slip. Nana. Proper undergarments callback.
Yeah.
Passes out trying to kiss him or some shit. He picks her up, tucks her in.
This is national TV timeout. We are extending this scene as much as possible to get us to the 90 minutes at the end.
He turns on a tiny Christmas tree light and takes a cookie because it's Christmas, guys.
He doesn't get her water, a trash can, anything?
Come on, man.
She's asleep. She's passed out on her back. She's going to choke on her vomit.
Yes.
Next morning, she's hungover. Needs Zelda to return the white suit, but she can't return it. She had the suit altered.
Cheese and crackers, what happened to you? She says, please tell me you have a miracle cure in your desk that'll help me forget that I have a head. I said, all she's got is candy bars and a gun.
There you go. And the AR-15.
Carrie lost her phone. Zelda figured out she's not a missus. He said no. No, he said gay. And you didn't know this?
Carrie doesn't have time to get another plan unless she makes truly desperate choices. You don't consider your last plan a little desperate? You're going to get fired.
I mean, same note to Zelda.
You're overstepping.
Watch your ass.
Carrie's resigned that Katie and Ethan are going to take over. It's all for nothing. Everything she did.
Thought that one day I would own all this, not have to answer to anyone else. She's reviewing business papers. Dylan shows up with her phone. Carrie's confused, wonders where he found it.
Have you ever been that drunk? I mean, I feel like all three of us, we've drank. We have been drinking, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been so drunk that someone's like, yeah, I took you home. You're like, I have no recollection of even seeing you yesterday.
I was in Vegas with a girlfriend. We got hammered one night. Woke up the next morning. I had no idea how we had gotten there. And the weird thing is, she was like kind of a neat freak and everything. My clothes from the night before were neatly folded and placed on the chair, and her shit was just everywhere. That would have been way different.
You turned into Mr. Belvedere when you were drunk or something?
Apparently. Or she folded my stuff. We don't know what happened. We both didn't remember getting home or getting to the hotel.
She gets offended, thinks he took advantage. He's scrambling to explain. Now she's being defensive and rude.
She's got serious questions for this guy. He claims he was trying to help her. She says, by getting me undressed, I said, press charges immediately.
I mean,
you got to call the cops immediately.
He was also very nice and drove 30 minutes to pick her up and take her home.
Oh,
well,
to take home the drunk girl who called him? Press charges.
The fact that she doesn't remember anything?
Curious.
You know what my theory is? Todd was hitting her with some GHB, buddy.
Oh.
Todd had designs, remember?
Supercharged.
Todd doesn't say, hey, this is Todd, the bartender. Who's this? Like, yo, relax, Todd.
He starts to leave, says, you're a lot nicer when you're drunk. She says, you're a lot nicer when your lips aren't moving.
Good one. Burn.
Your lips are moving.
Got his ass.
Your lips are moving.
He's gone. She's mortified. Insecurity brings the candy bars, the gun, and the tissue.
Carrie puts her face down and cries, thinks everyone hates her. How's she supposed to go to the rehearsal dinner? She's having a full-on meltdown, breathing heavily, can't get it together.
She says, why didn't you try to stop me? And I said, what?
Crazy.
You're trying to foist this on
hot kettle.
What about the pot?
You can't believe that someone tried to foist something?
What's that got to do with pots and kettles?
This kettle's black knot.
Oh, still pot.
Zelda gives her a pep talk. Carrie Tate doesn't back down from a challenge. Carrie Tate is in control and always on top. Carrie Tate is a problem solver.
Carrie Tate, office linebacker.
She was ass off having a panic attack. She was great.
Nighttime Christmas B-roll. Back to the same restaurant where she blacked out last night.
Good Lord.
The coffee spot, you mean?
Yeah. The cafe.
The friends wonder what the beef is between her and Katie. They think they're owed an explanation because they're team wedding, but team wedding didn't show up to the dress fitting.
Ashley says there's sexual tension between Carrie and the best man.
Smashly.
Scandalous considering you have a boyfriend, but I'm not going to fully encourage it. I was like, yes, you are.
They knew Paul was gay. This is tactical redundancy central. Holy moly.
That's why we call him Gay Paul.
That's you.
Stop saying we. Meaner than when Katie told me my croissants tasted like mushrooms and confusion.
All right, I'll apologize. Dylan's back at the bar behind them. Ashley pushes her into him.
And they high five.
She wants everyone to fuck.
Good move, Ashley.
He apologizes if she feels like he crossed some sort of line. That's not an apology at all.
Why is it not an apology?
It's conditional.
Apologies can't be conditional.
I apologize.
They're not real apologies.
If you feel like I crossed the line.
If Amin yes ands this statement, I will apologize.
Well, okay.
They sit down to dinner. Dylan clinks his glass. Got some things to say.
Oh, boy.
Not the Tijuana trip. Saving that for tomorrow.
Ethan in Tijuana?
The donkey show.
And he delivers this Chat GPT best man speech.
This is a bad speech.
Clip it.
I just wanted to tell you how much I admire your bravery. And I know that it takes a lot of bravery to open yourself up and to let your guard down and to promise forever. And the fact that you two love each other so completely that you are willing to walk down that road together. That's amazing. And I gotta tell you, I'm actually a little envious of that kind of love, but most of all, it makes me happy. It makes me happy to think that it exists, and it makes me happy that I'm going to experience it in your orbit. And it makes me happy to think that maybe one day, if I'm lucky enough, a little bit of that will rub off on me.
Carrie's digging it. Carrie pulls Katie aside, apologizes for being an idiot. Katie's confused. She tells Katie she asked Paul to marry her, but Paul's gay.
Triple tactical redundancy.
Am I the only person in the world that didn't know that?
Yes. That's why we call him Gay Paul.
You call him that. It's just Paul.
Carrie reveals her plan to keep the company. Katie calls it pathetic. Carrie decides that she sexy plaid likes Dylan. Katie, you're one of those people that are so smart, they're stupid.
Dylan is such a gossip.
She says, I don't think we can allow you to talk to anyone you're not related to. I said, this is a good rule for Amin.
What?
I don't think.
That's disgusting.
We're trying to figure out what Carrie really wants. She doesn't know. Katie's over it, heading back to her rehearsal dinner. Carrie covers her face with her hands, deep in thought. Back to the office, white Christmas tree glowing. Carrie sits at her desk, thinking really, really, really hard.
She went to work?
Gets out her phone, calls a mystery person, asks if they have a minute.
Hey, Paul?
Cut to Katie in her dress in the bedroom. They're getting married at the house?
Yeah.
That spreadsheet of venues really came in clutch, Zach. Number one venue, our house, $0.
Carrie walks in, look amazing. Just call me Stevie. No, that was Scrooge Carrie. Now I'm Tiny Tim. God bless us, everyone. Reference.
Typical pre-wedding cold feet. Carrie hands over a letter of resignation from Emerson Foods.
You call it cold feet. I call it Mr. Fantastic Feet.
Katie and Ethan both think the company should go to Carrie. That's not going to change her decision. She's ready for her own adventures.
What?
I need some exposition here. Ethan and I will step away completely. Then why did we go through this whole thing this whole time?
What?
She says, that's not what I want. I said, that was exactly what you wanted this entire time.
Yeah.
Amin?
Yeah.
Can I sum this up for you in one word?
Uh-huh.
Women.
Nana was right.
Nana's right, man. I'm telling you, Nana's ass off.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention.
She wants a lucrative exit package. They love each other. Mom's still in a bathrobe. The family hugs, yada, yada. Katie wants them all to take a cleansing breath. Couldn't ask for a more glorious day or a more perfect family. Parents go to finish getting ready. Time to start the rest of my life. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There are 13 people at this wedding.
It's a Christmas Day wedding. What do you expect?
Ethan's wearing a checkered shirt to his wedding?
He wore a regular ass suit. He doesn't give a shit. By the way, Dad has a line that is very disturbing. I asked him, were you ready? He says, I've been ready since the day you were born. I said, what kind of child sex trafficking plans has this man had? You were ready for your daughter's wedding day, the day she was born?
Dylan has no tie. He's the best man.
Dylan and Ethan came to Eiffel Tower, people.
Absolutely.
That's all they came for.
Carrie and Dylan lock eyes as she walks the aisle. Here comes the bride, all dressed in Christmas. Yada, yada, yada. They kiss and we're married. Silent as Pancho Burgos' music washes over us. We bask in the romance of Pacho Burgos' Christmas wedding mashup.
Now, guys, I have a note here.
Oh, boy.
And I gotta admit, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you can shed some light. My note says simply, Gay Paul living up to his name.
What?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Is there a shot with Paul?
Oh, I think I know what it is. Paul just says, I'll be by the cake log.
Call back.
Is that what you mean?
I don't.
They get married. Carrie and Dylan walk back arm in arm. Now she's looking sad and pensive. People are dancing, all 13 people at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Paul shows up, wittily compliments her, couldn't leave her without a date. Dude, the wedding is almost over.
They ripped off my best friend's wedding. That's all it is.
Paul won't accept an apology, asks for a dance. Dylan immediately wants to cut in. He waited for Paul to show up so that he could interrupt. Paul's going to stand next to the cake log. Yep.
Oh.
Hi. They dive into business talk. She's the new CEO of Rolling Vineyards.
Wow.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. In the boudoir. It went to voicemail. Call it again. Call it again. Pinot Noir. Smoke a cigar. Revenge can be spectacular. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Leather bar. Oh, so close and yet so far. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. You're a star. Listen to Tom Berenger. Pinot Noir. Rose and Bar. Pinot Noir. Au revoir.
Wait, so she really did give up? I thought that was just that the merger was...
She gave up Emerson Foods to go take over the vineyard. She's going to save the vineyard.
Jesus.
She parrots his lines about the company needing help back at him. Dylan is the only other person who didn't know Paul was gay.
I don't know why. His name is Gay Paul.
Oh, no.
We all call him Gay Paul.
You call him that?
She apologizes. They didn't get off on the right foot now, did they?
Stafford walks outside the house, looks up.
Dylan's nice. I like you. A lot. I like you too. Oh, damn it.
He has a secret. She makes the best Christmas cookies. The secret? Lemon extract. They both knew it.
Almond and lemon. He knew it. She's going to kill him. She gives him a compliment.
That's why it's called the Wild Teeny, twist of lemon on it.
His speech at the rehearsal dinner really got her. Which part? The whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
I lettered in speech in high school.
That's not a thing.
Got beat up a lot, but I am very sexy in plaid.
I love plaid.
She never said he was sexy in plaid. She said you were cute in plaid.
I know. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. They kiss. Shoot me in the fucking face.
I just figured it out at the last shot of him. He looks like Josh Groban fucked Screech.
The Greech?
He looks like Supercharge It.
Oh, boy.
What's my man from ESPN? The weird dude.
And we're back. Roll credits.
When you listen to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast, you learn stuff.
I've been learning to throw a boomerang, because this is the kind of thing that really gets the listeners engaged, you know.
Interviews with people who will make you smarter.
Does the amount that you learn protect you from cognitive decline?
Paula, don't break
Can't people just listen to the show? Can't they just enjoy a delightful treehouse full of information and I think I'm bleeding.
Join us and be a nobody.
Journey to the unend in this new audio adventure filled with cosmic exploration and strange reality-bending encounters.
Unend follows a supernatural ship and a remarkable crew on an expedition to explore the highest heights, deepest depths, and furthest reaches of the known cosmos. But their journey is fraught with peril as they discover truths and realities far stranger than any of them could ever have imagined.
This standalone series takes place in the Midst Cosmos, a surreal sci-fantasy setting home to other podcast series, such as Moonward and the award-winning audio drama Midst.
Unend is created and produced by us, Third Person, and we'll also serve as the playfully omniscient narrators of the voyage.
New episodes of Unend release every Wednesday anywhere podcasts are found, or through the Midst Podcast YouTube channel.
For early, ad-free episodes and lore-expanding bonus content, join Beacon at beacon.tv or become a member of midst.co.
Hello, podcast fans. It is I, Bruce Valanche. For over 25 years, I worked on the Academy Awards, so you didn't have to. In that time, I've seen and heard things that should not be seen or heard or certainly felt. And now, for the first time, I'm sharing all my behind-the-scenes stories and first-hand knowledge about the Oscars. The blood, the sweat, the tears, the slap. All the things you didn't see. So join me as I use humor and insight to break down the Oscar awards of the past, to explain how and why your favorite movie didn't win, why some actors and some directors had to fire their agents, and how the whole process works, or sometimes doesn't work. This is the Oscars. What were they thinking? Available wherever you get podcasts.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. The nicknames for the men's pictures from the dating website were Ponyboy, Dimples, El Presidente, Hipster or European, The Shadow, Sir Smiley McDorkington, Prison, 40 Love, Snake, and Backstreet.
Prison.
Prison, question mark.
Prison? It's a daisy chain right there, Zach.
That's it. That's all the trivia. Hope you enjoyed it. Zach gave half of it during the movie.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Whoa, hold on, man. You firing me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. Paul's British accent.
Yeah, Ren Fair Paul.
Hey, Paul.
No.
Ren Fair Paul.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen.
Businesswoman.
Put misogyny for Nana. Christmas B-roll. God damn, they saturated it. I'm putting Poncho Burgess too.
Bad business deals. Good business deals.
No tension.
Zero tension. Yeah.
Foraging.
Coffee at night.
Coffee at night. Yeah.
And sex.
Sex is the Horseman. No one had it.
Ashley and Ethan had a lot of sex with a lot of people. What are you talking about?
Ethan fucked everything that moved.
She was on two dudes at once.
Except for Gay Paul. Only person he didn't fuck.
Wow. We don't know that.
He fucked the dad for sure. You saw how quick the dad flipped in the argument about who gets the company.
You know what the game they were watching?
Oh, vague exposition about the game and the movie.
Vague exposition.
What's the Horseman?
I think it's misogyny.
Misogyny, dude. It's crazy.
It's the core.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The conceit is that Nana's a huge misogynist and there's no other way around it.
Traditional values.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award.
Oh, Zelda.
I had Jess McCallan as Drunk Carrie, but you guys disagree.
What?
No.
Oh, she's great.
I've got the mom.
Yeah.
The mom was pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sergeant Bitsy.
So dumb.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. I had Lauren Pritchard as Zelda. Zach hated her.
Oh, fuck no. I think Jess McCallan's good. I think Ashley was great. Ethan was great.
The horny people are who you liked.
Yeah.
The people who did all the fucking off camera, according to you.
Paul was great.
Gay Paul, man.
Just Paul. Grandma's great. The disembodied people they're talking to.
The disembodied people who don't say anything.
You know what? Let's give it to them. This is perfect for them.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove, I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. Emerson Foods logo on the office building. Nana thinking that women shouldn't be involved in business. Carrie calling Katie's dress a Stevie Nicks lace explosion.
Her house.
Her house is a golden dumpster.
Was that a sports reference from the gay guy?
I'd also like to add Ethan wearing a regular suit and checkered shirt to his own wedding. Gay Paul going, ta-da.
Just Paul.
The dating site montage with the royalty fee music and The ass on mouthing.
Royalty free. You got to pay Panchos Burgos for that.
Yep, you got to pay him.
But Michael the Dumpster is Taffer's expert making the wild teeny.
Not even a thing. That's just your notes.
Taffer's expert making the wild teeny.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a thing.
That doesn't make any sense as a pick.
The best fucking martini they've ever had.
I think my golden dumpster is going to be Panchos Burgos.
Music by Panchos Burgos.
Yeah.
I can't believe Amin didn't pick the Emerson Foods logo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was between that or the ta-da, man. Like this.
No, apparently it's the fucking wild teeny that didn't exist.
No. Wow.
Yeah, I got to go with Nana. Thinking that women shouldn't be involved in business.
Nana's great. Yeah.
Thanks, Nana.
We gave Nana ass off despite not even being in the movie. It's amazing.
Well, Zach, you picked it, motherfucker.
I like that.
Overfile.
I know what Hallmark movies are. I know what Hallmark Christmas movies are. I get into the sci-fi movies. I get into Lifetime movies. I get into Hallmark Christmas movies.
Sharknado 6 and shit like that.
Yeah, all that bullshit. I'm into all of it. They're terrible movies. I don't know why I like them so much. I like how bad they are. I like how lazy some of this shit is. It's a file. It's such a strong file. I can't even begin to tell you what an easy file this is for me. I fucking love how bad these are. These are the point of the show. Easy file.
It's a phobe.
What?
Whoa, that was quick. No preamble.
I lost you at Fancy Pants Film Production.
Was surprised that it wasn't as flagrantly bad as it could have been. It was more formulaic and boring.
Sounds like it's a file.
But it didn't ever do anything shockingly bad. It was just bad.
Film Pinot Noir.
Not shocking.
Pinot Noir.
You knew she was going to take over the vineyard. Bullshit. CT5 liar.
I didn't care.
Well, that's not the same thing.
I didn't say that I knew. I'm saying that it didn't do anything shockingly bad.
You weren't shocked because you didn't give a shit.
It was so comfortably a 2 out of 10. It never wavered.
Oh, it's so comfortably a 4 out of 10, man. It's a perfect 4 out of 10.
Like Amin said, as soon as Dylan shows up, you know that that's the guy that she's gonna go after.
Sure.
Who the fuck gets married on Christmas? It's a dumb premise.
Well, Christmas Eve. Be respectful.
Oh, was it Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think Nana's ironclad will is enough to drive this movie.
What?
It's a phobe, guys.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
I mean, will the fraudulence continue?
I don't know what you're talking about fraudulence, first of all.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fraudulence.
I feel like me and Maze had a different approach to this. I walked into this thing, it's a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be goddamn Schindler's List, right? So within that, why are you laughing?
Why would you bring up Schindler's List?
That's an example of a good movie, right?
Oh, okay.
So within that context, I gotta tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. The acting, by and large, was good. I laughed. Not at their intentional comedy, mind you. I was with it. And then you know what took it over the top for me, man? Gay Paul. Gay Paul, every time he came on screen.
I thought that would have taken you under the bottom.
Power bottom.
Homophobia. It's the file for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought I was alone on this.
I thought it was going to be one of those really terrible Hallmark movies.
You have to go in knowing it's a Hallmark movie.
But as far as Hallmark movies go, this is high caliber.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones.
I kind of wish there were actors that I recognized. But then if it were actors I recognized, maybe I wouldn't have seen the Gay Paul performance. So
just Paul.
I'm kind of glad they didn't have people I recognize. Gay Paul got to stand up.
Send us your phobe file. Go to Dumpster, ass on, ass off, 5 Horsemen, Lewis Pinnock, Plot Liftoff, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Mean, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings, or drop it in that Discord by being a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
My pick?
Maze's pick.
How so? You just went. I'm not right after you.
I'm after you.
I thought we switched the order.
No, 2 more picks you pick.
Okay.
I thought this was legitimately the 2 more picks Zach will pick. I thought we finally got it. Are you not swapping?
Zach picks again? No, man.
Oh.
No.
I hadn't considered that. I will swap.
No.
What do you mean you hadn't considered it? I thought that you had already swapped.
I hadn't considered it.
Because I didn't prepare a pick.
Well, you don't need to.
That's how he got here, by swapping, right?
No, this is my normal order. I will pick. I will use my swap. I'll enact it. How about that?
Fantastic.
And thanks to the Discord, this one is under 40% now. And I'm using Dimples as my daisy chain to bring us Feliz Navidad.
No way.
Feliz Navi. Oh, shit.
Flawless.
Feliz Navi.
There it is. Fix it in post.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.